Just some flapping at the bench this morning. Good morning, YouTube. Here with you on a Friday. Had to think about that a second, but yeah, it is Friday. 10:52 now. I am here at the bench once more. Notice I said that at the bench instead of on the bench. I even remembered to do that. I wanted to get some things done and show you or tell you about what's going on. Tell you about what's going on. Okay. My English is not so good this morning, I guess. Yesterday was a kind of a busy day for me. Let me go back up a little bit more. Wednesday I had to take Lexi and the baby to the doctor. So that filled most of my day as far as it was concerned. I also had stayed up late Tuesday evening and got online once my check was in the bank and did grocery shopping. So I had planned to pick that up at between 2 and 3 yesterday or Wednesday afternoon, and because Lexi's appointment was at 11:50. So got them there and did that, and then my daughter wanted a drink from Steak and Shake, which she likes to get, and she had no way of going to get it because they were stuck in a meeting, and so we went by and got that, took that to her, and I took Lexi and the baby home, and as I was headed back towards town, I got the notice from Walmart that my groceries are ready to pick up, so that all worked out well. So that was Wednesday. Thursday, I decided to go ahead and go to see my mother, and so I did that. I went about the usual time. I had talked to my sister earlier, and she told me to take her some hard candy. Mom likes the butterscotch hard candy, and she also likes potato chips, so I took her the hard candy and the Pringles, which she likes, and talked to her for about an hour and a half. I'm going to post a picture of her. See, this is what she was doing right before I left. So I decided, there was no sense in sitting there, doing that. But she was asleep in her chair, so she does that a lot. She does some cat naps, and she had took 2 or 3 before this picture was taken. And so anyway, I did tell her that we were going to pick her up next Thursday for Thanksgiving. My daughter is having it at her house, and she seemed happy about that. Whether or not I know she won't remember. In fact, I mentioned it like several times while I was there, and each time it was like a new thing to her. So I probably will try to call the nursing home. They have a phone on that ward that maybe one of the girls can run down and remind her that morning that we are going to pick her up. So that's that. Other than that, she seemed fine. My sister had been worried about her. She has a problem with UTI, and that's something she's had for a while. And when it happens, she kind of loses her. It's not so much the memory, but it's more of a not sure how to say it, reasoning, I guess. She had done some things there that tipped them off that maybe she was having a problem. So they have back on the medication for that, and she seemed fine to me. So anyway, that's that. I got some things done yesterday that I needed to do. I mailed Bob's penny tubes to him. I had put that off because I was hoping to get the new BDST boards in that we had ordered, and turns out they the day after I mail them, I get the notice that they should be here within either tomorrow or probably Monday at the latest. And so I'll have to mail another package, but you know, no big deal. I also mailed out a chip to Jack that I had been meaning to mail. I thought I had actually mailed it, but I got to looking around and there was no record of it, so I told him I had mailed that out to him. So the other thing I have is Bill's always talking about his Bloggy camera, and I got to looking on eBay and I did find one that I liked. Now the one I'm getting, let's see, yeah, here it is. This is the let me read the number on it if I can find it. Oh, there it is. Okay, now this one is MHS TS20, and this is the one that he's always complaining about, how the focus goes in and out all the time. And this is actually an 8 gig memory, which is a nice camera, and it does work. I mean, the focus does come in. It just takes a little while to come in sometimes, but it works fine. So I thought, okay, well, you know, I'll give his a try, because his does seem to focus a lot better than that one does. So I got to looking on his. His was a MHS FS1 camera, and I found a bunch of those, and they were reasonably priced. But then at the same time, the MHS FS2 kept popping up, which is basically the same camera, but it has a dual monitor on it, where, in other words, you can take and do selfie type videos, and you can see what you're looking at, much like I want in the car. That's what I'm trying to get. So I thought, what the heck, I found one that I liked a lot. The guy wanted $37.75 for it, and he had to make offer on it, and so I offered him $30, and he never responded. Now, you know, I don't understand. I know that's an acceptable response according to eBay, but why would you do that? If you know, why not say, okay, no, all you do is say decline if you don't want it, $30, or you can offer a counter offer. You know, that's, if you're going to accept offers, I think that's a good deal. You know, I think I would do that. I mean, if somebody offered me less than I wanted, I would at least, you know, counter with a you know, value that I wanted, or a price that I wanted. But anyway, he didn't do that, so that I said, okay, so the heck with him. There's always another one on eBay, if you guys know what I'm talking about. So I found one similar to the one he had. In fact, it looked like it was maybe in a little bit better shape, and it had probably more stuff with it. It had all the accessories with it, the cables, it had this with it, the whatever they call that, strap. But like I said, the guy wanted, I forget now how much it was. I basically offered him $30, which was with included shipping. In other words, he wanted, I think, $5 and something for shipping, and I think it was $24 or something. It was going to be less than, it was going to be more than $30 shipped. So I offered him basically $30 shipped for it, and he accepted that. So that's the one I have coming. I'll show you some pictures of it if I haven't already. And you can see it does have the dual monitors on it. In fact, they call it the Duo, is what they call it. Bloggy Duo. So I think, I'm hoping, it's got the same specifications as the camera that Bill has. So I'm hoping it's just basically the same camera with the dual monitors. And I'm hoping that's what it is. Because if I get it and it's got the focus that goes in and out, then I'm going to be upset. But anyway, I thought I would mention that, and Bill will hopefully get that taken care of here soon, and we can get back to taking some decent video. Now, the RCA doesn't do bad on the bench as long as I'm in the right, I got the right distance between the camera and the subject, but at the same time, it's not perfect. So that's that. What else is going on? I had thought about doing, I was watching Eric O. Anybody that watched South Main Auto channel, he did a What's Up Wednesday. He usually does that during the winter months when he's slow, and he basically does a live stream and talks about different things. But he was talking about doing a tool bench or a toolbox tour, and I thought, you know, that's an interesting thing. I could do that on my bench and just go over everything I've got on the bench. I thought that'd be kind of neat, and I'm thinking about doing that. Anybody that's got any interest in knowing what I've got on my bench, I know it's been a while since I've went over stuff like that, and I've actually added a few things since last time I had mentioned stuff like that. So if anybody's interested in seeing that, let me know in the comments. I would appreciate it, and so I can do that if you want. And like I said, I don't have a lot of equipment, but I do have basically all the necessary stuff to do about anything I want to do, and so that would be kind of neat. The BDST, like I said, the boards, the new boards are on the way. Should be here tomorrow or Monday. We have the probes obviously going on. Bob has the design for the PCB on that. I don't think he's sent off for it yet, but he does have the design. He wants to do some actual testing with this size of probe, which I understand, and like I said, I've sent him 2 of them, and those will be arriving. I forget when it said on, I didn't even pay any attention to it on when it would arrive, but like I said, he has a tracking number on it, and I do too, and we'll find that out whenever he gets it. So I'm probably the first of the week, I would say. I don't think it was going to get here by Saturday, I don't think. But anyway, whenever he gets them, I'm sure he will do a video on that. And I think he has one in the works right now. He just did the other one yesterday, and I've done forgot what it was about. I have no memory. I don't, you know, got too much going on, I guess. But like I said, that's we'll see it. I think the new one's about. Darn if I can remember that even. It might have been BDST related. I can't remember. But anyway, we'll see when he does it, and it'll be good. You guys know Bob puts that good stuff. So that's about it, I think, for this one. I think I covered everything I needed to cover and got you up to date as far as what I'm doing now. I didn't tell you, tomorrow morning is going to be a busy morning for me. I have to pick up Lexi and the baby at 7:30 in the morning at her residence, and transport them to her boyfriend's stepmom and dad's house, which is 45 minutes away from their house. So that's going to be a fun trip. So then once we drop them off, I have to take Lexi back, bring Lexi back to town, to Goodwill, where she works. And then after she's off that evening, I pick them up and do the same thing in reverse, take her back home. So that'll be fun. That only happens every other Saturday, so that shouldn't be too bad. And now she does have her car at home. I think I might have mentioned, well, I mentioned it in the video that I didn't show probably. But so they are in the process of getting it registered and getting her legal as far as insurance and things like that. And once that occurs, they are going to, I believe, she doesn't have a lot of experience, in fact, very, very little experience driving by herself. They've been trying to let her drive back home from, a lot of times my daughter and son-in-law will leave a vehicle here in town and have to go get it, and they've been doing some letting her drive the vehicle back home, and, you know, by herself. So you know, they've been trying to get her some experience, and I think they're going to maybe do the same thing when they get the new car registered and get everything ready to go. I think they're going to have her drive to work and have my daughter take the baby with her, and just until she gets, you know, used to driving by herself and things like that. She's a little nervous about it also. She's willing to do that because she doesn't trust herself as far as her driving, because she hasn't drove that much. So that should work out for them, I hope. But in the meantime, Papa to the rescue. We will we'll drive her where she needs to go and take care of that. So that shouldn't be, like I said, it's only every other Saturday. It shouldn't be too much of an inconvenience for me, as far as, you know, there's a lot of times I get up at 6 o'clock. I just get up and sit in my chair. I mean, I don't do anything, but it's not that much of a different thing to go out and get her and the baby and drive them around. So anywho, that's that. That should be an experience, and we'll see. But like I said, that's about it. I think that's all I've got going on. I don't know. I don't think I'll probably do any more car videos until I get the new camera, and I want to try it. Now, it's a camera, you can see here, it's the same type of camera tripod mount on this corner here, so it will have to be mounted this way on the and I think I can do that with the mount that I have, I hope. And if I can't, then I'll have to come up with a different mount for it. I really hate to do it you know, this way, because if I do, or this way, if I do, it's going to have the bars, you know, and that may not be a bad thing, because, you know, I'm going to probably make it smaller anyway. So I'll experiment with that a little bit and see. First thing I want to do is see how hard it is to get the noise down to an acceptable level, and see if it records you know, at a good level. Now, this one on the bench, using it has a fine microphone on it, and it works rather well. In fact, I think it's a stereo microphone on this one. But anywho, that's what I'm going to try to do, and we'll hope that it all works out well. So that's enough flapping for today. I can't match Bill's level of flapping. He's still the king, always will be, as far as I'm concerned. But anywho, that's my little bit for today. You guys have, like I say, I'm doing laundry. I don't know if you could even hear it in the background. The dryer and the washer is running right now. But and then, of course, my heater underneath the bench turns on as soon as I turn the bench on. So I like that a lot, because it's not overbearing heat. It's, in other words, it doesn't run me out. In other words, I have it on low. There's a setting for low and high, and then there's a thermostat on it where, you know, it kicks on and off. I've got it pretty much set where I like it, as far as the, you know, the comfort level of it. It just turns on and off and does what it wants to when I turn the bench on, and works out great. That was what I wanted to do with that little. You guys may remember I got a free heater from a Chinese company. That's what I was planning to do with it, but it doesn't. It had to be switched on at the heater each time, and it wouldn't work out, and it didn't have a thermostat either. So that was that. But this one that I got works out great. So happy with that, and you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. I do appreciate you watching, as always, and we will talk to you later. We'll see ya. How's that?